take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for
typos, that's important, but that's not it. Comprehensive review from trusted experts, feedback on skills, expertise, and keywords. Personalized recommendations on how to make your resume stronger. Go to the pros to get the job done right. Don't leave it to chance. Let the experts at Top Resume work with you to create a job-winning resume that gets noticed. They know all these tricks, these systems that read resumes automatically. They know all of it. They know how to make your resume stack up. Go to topresume.com/Bongino. Get a free resume review. It's as simple as uploading your resume to their site. You get a free evaluation, expert advice on how to make it stronger. Simple, right? Top Resume is also giving my listeners 15% off their professional resume writing services. So go to, don't wait, topresume.com/Bongino today for your comprehensive resume review with 15% off resume writing services. That's, here's the URL, topresume.com/Bongino. Don't forget, don't take any chances with the dream job. You're going to need to go to topresume.com/Bongino. Get a top-notch resume that reflects how top-notch you are. All right.
Just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again.
One thing thinking, man, this sounds really bad, this Dominion. Yeah, that's because it is really bad. Here's an article I found interesting by the National Pulse. By the way, all this stuff is in the show notes today. Bongino.com/newsletter. Please read it. The National Pulse. It's really weird how a whole bunch of donations from employees who happen to work at Dominion went to Republicans and Libertarians. No, of course not. 96% of Dominion voting system's political donations went to Democrats. Come on, man. Joe, you have to buy it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Control the edge of the line of scrimmage.
I mean,
you got a chance to rumble.
Nothing. Listen, does that mean that these employees corrupted the system? That doesn't mean that. I don't make irresponsible statements. I'm just saying, in a series of data points and a series of evidence points that could be circumstantial, supposedly made by circumstantial evidence, that's just kind of weird, right? Out of 100 employees there at Dominion, 96 of them are Democrat, though. Just kind of
start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pre-game. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the
coaching staff. Of course it gets worse. Come on, guys.
Most of these guys are so motivated. They have a lot
great article by Epic Times. Come on, guys. Epic Times. This is another great one in the show notes. Oh, this is the dude's great work by the legendary Jeff Carlson, who did great work on Spot. Pre-election concerns over Dominion voting systems highlighted in Georgia lawsuit. Cybersecurity expert raised concerns over integrity of system, including external vulnerabilities, in a sworn statement. Sworn for the liberals, as Emmy swore under oath. I know you have a tough time. This is crazy. So they had a cybersecurity expert who swore under oath, again, putting his own credibility on the line, who looked at this voting system used in 28 states and said, hey, we got a big problem. Here are his 3 takeaways in this Epic Times piece that'll be in our show notes. So we summarized his findings as follows. That the scanner and tabulation software settings that were employed, which count votes on hand-marked paper ballots, are likely causing clearly intentioned votes not to be counted. Wow, that sounds like a big problem, no? You had one job. Number 2, voting systems being operated in Fulton County in a manner that escalates the security risk to a what? Low level? Medium level? No, to an extreme level. His words, folks, not mine. Takeaway number 3. Voters are not reviewing their ballot marking devices, printed ballots, which causes ballot marking devices generated results to be inauditable due to an untrustworthy audit trail. Wait, can you pull that up again? Can we just reiterate what this cybersecurity guy said under oath about Dominion? The story the media wants to go away. They have tabulation problems, causing votes not to be counted. Kind of a problem when your only purpose is to count votes. I'm just saying, problem number 2 is that you're operating the system that has a problem counting votes in a way that raises the security risk to an extreme level. And problem number 3 is, yeah, there's really no way to audit it. Gee, I don't know. I don't get it, folks. What could be the problem here? What could be the problem? I
don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal total for touchdowns scored or yardage?
Don't worry.
What do you think?
I think every single
Nothing
one
to
of the
see here,
guys
media
who's going to
folks.
touch the football, they all
I'll
have
do
those
it,
types of
Soviet
goals. They
anthem
all
play.
have those types of thoughts.
I'll
And
do
they
it right
start to see
now.
the season unfold,
Click
if
your
they
heels
stay
together.
with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each
Hey,
team is
believe it or not,
scored.
Pacific Times
7-7
Piece has
here
even
as the
more
kicks
gems in there.
away. This will make it into
So
the
there's
end
trouble
zone.
counting votes. There's no audit trail for the votes. And they're operating in a way that causes security risk to be extreme. No big deal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Nothing to worry about.
It was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense.
But it's good. My wife bought me a coffee. It's excellent. I drink like 20 espresso shots.
Run pass mix.
All right, let's go to screenshot number 2, Pacific Times Piece.
Every time on defense, they think you're going
What
to
you
pass
thinking?
when you run, and vice versa. I would continue that, and when
Yeah,
you finally
yeah.
draw a beat on you,
So the cybersecurity
maybe
expert
mix it
said
up a little play action and throw
that a
the ball.
dedicated system should not experience variable delays. So what he's talking about, you don't come back before the should explain to you. So they have this cybersecurity guy look at cybersecurity, look at this and notice that the way it processes, that there's a time delay sometimes amongst machines that shouldn't be. When you're doing the same task on a co-equal machine system, Joe, if it takes 1 second on machine A, it should take 1 second on machine B. That's just the way the system works. Come back to the So he's talking about the time delays now in some systems here.
2nd and 12 after the first
And he says they shouldn't experience variable delays. And noted that, quote, we are always suspicious about any unexpected variable delays, as those are common telltale signs of many issues, including a possibility of unauthorized code being executed. He said, quote, these systems, while processing valves, quote, should not behave differently while performing the identical task of scanning a valve. So now we have 2 machines counting.
Short of the first, right around the 42.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route.
Hello.
So tough
Hello.
to defend because the receiver
Just sitting in line. I have to pee really, really bad.
I would have gone back if you would have just told me.
I love the
Nope.
communication.
No, I'm just saying all of a sudden it hit me and I'm like, I gotta pee! And I've got at least probably 20 more minutes in this line.
Just go out in the yard.
And I'll make sure everyone knows who I am.
Yeah, it's okay. If I'm going crazy, you must wear your hat too.
Oh, no, oh.
We usually focus our attention on the guys.
But yeah, it's
unsuccessful. How about the
I would have gone back for you. Just say, all you do is say, hey, I know.
Oh, I know. But yeah, I totally just now, it hit me real hard and I'm like, oh, it's at least 20 more minutes till I get to Allie and I've got to pee.
Kareem Hunt, 54 yards.
They don't even close till open till 3:30 though, they?
3.
Oh, is it 3 now?
Seeing some pretty
So
good
it's
offense
elementary
here in
into
this first
3:30.
quarter.
It's been a wild start
Yeah,
to
elementary
this
ends at
quarter, as
3
you
now.
noted. And
Because the
now
teacher
with
day
that
probably
lead
ends
that
at
we're
3:30.
seeing,
That makes
can they
sense.
retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The point after try for Gostkowski.
Allie is determined she's going to spend the night somewhere this weekend.
The only place I feel comfortable with would be me and
in the
Mom.
first quarter. So they hit
I
the
know.
dirt on
But it's
Jason
gonna be
I don't think we ought to be doing any sleepovers anytime soon with like other kids.
No, she was talking about those 2 options. She can't do my mom tonight because the mom's Zoom meeting tomorrow.
Well, she could call my parents if she wanted to. They probably would love to have her if she was the one who actually called. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, Mom offered if your parents couldn't watch, couldn't have a sleepover with her tonight, that they could do it tomorrow night. It's just that they have to wake up early and get to church too.
Have her call Mom when she gets home. I bet Mom would be thrilled that they chose to go there. I bet Sarah will stay here.
Yeah, I bet so too.
I'm not going anywhere after this 4 o'clock press conference.
There's another one?
This is Trump.
Oh.
He's talking about Operation Warp Speed, but
Huh?
that's the vaccine stuff.
Oh.
That's knocked down and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Fun stuff.
First time he's talked since the election night. So,
I did one exercise routine today.
what's that?
the bar blend. I did that one today.
How do you like that one?
I like it, but I think I need, if I do that one, I think I need to also supplement. Because, like, I like it. It's definitely going to have, like, the toning and that kind of, like, that long, lean toning stuff to it, but I almost need like a supplement on top of it.
Right.
So, like, I might be able to pull that off, but I'm going to have to put something else with it. A lot of what I've seen is a lot of people make their own hybrid calendars where they mix this with this. This program and this program together make, a total package.
Give him 14 on that one. They have first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's complete to Disley, tight end. And he's taken down, but not.
I'm actually finally playing the PS5 for the first time, but I'm playing a PS4 game.
This one goes for 20.
So, I spent all night last night setting it up.
Right, okay.
Because I had to transfer data from the PS4 if I wanted it to work right.
Oh, okay.
But basically, it can function as a PS4 and a PS5, like combined.
Okay.
So I can play everything I want to do on my PS4 on it, so, which was nice. But to do that, you had to kind of transfer all your data.
Yeah.
Which doesn't, it's not a short amount of time.
Right.
He dumps this off to Mack, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought
I feel you.
time. And sometimes against that,
I know Lauren's got in her head she's going to Lydia's.
I'm not sure how much we should be doing friends. If we're not going to go out to eat even, then we probably shouldn't be going with friends. Yeah.
And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
What do I know, though?
And they use that fake on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide
It's all a
receivers.
joke anyway.
They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed.
It's a bad
It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are tied at 14.
Set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
This was so crazy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars have now left. They picked their kids up, and we've moved 1 car length. 6 cars, but we've still only moved 1 car length.
Maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking
That is
about
bizarre.
passing play, aren't we? Something in the
Just
air, deep
people are
out.
slow.
About them just taking it.
And right now, with my car the size it is, I don't like to be the one that stops on the bend.
No, I wouldn't want to either.
Very well be open.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score.
It's like, 10 cars will go by and you'll move 1 car. And you're like, okay, well, I don't get it. I got to wave to catch, but AJ went up the hill and avoided. So I saw him, but I didn't get to wave back.
I'll text him and tell him
On
that he
2nd
was
and
avoiding it.
15 now.
No, I'm good.
Cousins, open man, Taylor Gabriel. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that this slot
Lauren
receiver,
does not agree with him, though. I've been using AJ as my point. She's like, can I buckle? I'm like, are we on top of the mountain yet? She's like, it's a hill. I'm like, no. AJ says it's a mountain. She's like, he's wrong. It's a hill, Mom.
Mom's hill.
And he's going to be stopped
AJ
here a
calls
few
it. It's
yards
a
short
smaller
of the
mountain.
first as the
It's a
tackle
hill.
is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm talking to you to distract myself from not, so I don't
Get
put
the
my
ball out
pants.
to the receiver as fast
If
as
you don't mind.
possible.
No, it's
Hope
fine.
He's got man-to-man coverage and
I'm
hope
just
that
sitting
his
here playing my football
athleticism
game.
wins on the perimeter.
Does it upgrade the graphics at all?
Well, I knew it would, because last year I was debating whether I wanted to trade in my PS4 for the PS4 Pro.
First one here's away.
because it plays in 4K. And yeah, it did. Well, my base one on 4K. But I'm like, I heard at that point that the PS5 was going to be backwards compatible and come out in a year. And I'm like, oh, well, there's no point in spending money on that. So I waited. So yeah, it's like, it creates, what the 4K and the HDR does is it creates like a more realistic lighting and shadowing. So yeah, I mean, that part is kind of cool. I'd like to see it in a little bit more high-res graphic game.
Yeah.
Not just Madden.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side.
There's no way we can afford to have this far, by the way.
Well, now.
First down,
it is a gas guzzler.
Yes.
Holy cow.
That's why I'll never get a truck. As bad as I want one.
I'm down to a fourth of tank, and I was out of half a tank yesterday. And I didn't do it. I didn't go anywhere.
Maybe someone's siphoning your gas.
Maybe they are.
Maybe a touch less.
It's not me.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how he did that. Got a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown that situation.
Doesn't care where.
Right? Made him kick the field.
Hopefully it doesn't kill our next or Thanksgiving Tuesday.
Feels a whole lot better running off the
Sleep
field.
overtime.
Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
34-yard line.
Mom is.
I think she'll be fine either way. She's just stir crazy. But just wants something. Because I think with Lauren getting to go and do things with the grandparents when she's cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get how that would bother her. But they all got that opportunity too.
Yeah.
When they were young.
Did only lead to 3
Yeah.
points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Allie got plenty of one-on-one time when Sarah was in school.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So I was
And he's able to get this one out.
fighting for America in my dreams, huh?
Well, yes, you were.
Good for me. Patriotic to the end.
Oh, my goodness.
That could be worse.
Oh, it could be so much worse.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
You stood for democracy.
I did. I could have been saying communist things in my sleep.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flush to his right.
Yeah.
He'll run it. He'll get
Careful, my pops there.
on his own, but it'll be second down.
What's up?
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not
What?
there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides
can't what?
down and avoids the hit for good measure.
You can't walk on one of your foots.
Here, second and inches.
Why can't you walk on that foot?
Now Mack. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's not moving.
Yards the
That's
pick
good.
First down.
It looks okay to me.
That's fine.
An invitation for an offense coordinator to take
It has a peel skin?
because
I hate
they
peel
feel like he can
skins.
come back on third
My
down and pick
skin
up the
feels
first down.
a little.
Oh,
But
no.
sometimes you
A
just
little
have a
bit.
break tendency. Stay with what you
What's a
know.
peel skin?
Stay with who you know
Like,
and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
But
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Getting to see her peel skin.
Oh, I'm getting to see her peel skin.
In this case,
That's what I was hoping
you get
for.
a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the
I still don't really know what a peel
speed,
skin
not just
is.
outrunning people in the secondary.
It's when you're, like, you get rubbed, and it's like your skin is peeling off. It's not like bleeding, it's just more like you rubbed your skin to where it's, like, rubbed off a little bit.
One down to about the 10.
I had never heard that phrase before.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Oh, you getting any closer?
10 here before
Almost.
it's out of bounds right around the 7. Only 3 yards
Then you're going
on
to
the catch.
Greek home.
It's 3rd down.
Oh my goodness,
I
yes.
know the halftime's approaching, but I don't
I
think
will
he's
be
gonna
running.
Take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
I'm about to let you go, because I'm close enough now that I think I can make it.
Think you're gonna make it?
As long as she is out here waiting for me, I will make it. If she is, like, in her room and they haven't called her number yet,
You're in trouble.
First half, and the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
alright.
Sounds good. Love you.
Shoot down. Love you too.
Alright, bye.
Everyone has
Bye.
a section in their playbook called the quick game.
Same outs. Not the same identical.
Hands of the
Same
thrower,
outs.
bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a
And
touchdown.
one's taking longer than the other, which is a telltale sign of unauthorized being introduced some malware. You think that maybe by Sidney Powell?
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
I'm sure, right? Respected order saying that no evidence.
To the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
You want to die on that hill? You sure?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin
what?
at
It's
the
not that I can see.
25.
I can see nothing.
Here comes Kirk
be no
Cousins now to
surrender.
lead his offense back out there.
By the way,
Been a decent start for him here in this
I put
first
on my
half, but
social
they're
media
losing. And I
profile.
think it's a
Hashtag
testament to
resist.
the offense. You
Drive the
probably
liberals
always feel
crazy.
like you need
No,
to do
that's
more
our
in
thing.
that
No, I took
situation.
it best.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less.
Just
So
steal it from
right
me.
now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels
In
like
case
if
you
I
think,
do
by the
better,
way, folks, again,
everyone will do
I gotta
better.
move on to
And
something
that's
else.
what we're seeing from him
It's
right
not just
now.
an idiot.
Got to have a little extra determination.
Really?
Yeah, a
No,
little extra
really.
determination. He has thrown the touchdown
Watch
pass.
my
No
show later.
interceptions
See, that
for
was
him
just the first
personally to
part.
this point.
Nursing homes, everything else.
Throw again on
Dead
2nd
people
down.
mysteriously rising from
Cousins.
the grave.
He's
Oh,
got
George
Dallas
Romero's
Goedert, his tight end over the middle.
Because you think it's just
They're
simply
going to use
crazy.
across midfield.
And Republicans are just making this stuff up. Democrats are so highbrow, Joe. They've never suggested that there's election fraud ever.
Underneath to Hunt.
Here's
And he works it
Biden's
past
new
the 30, almost to the
appointed chief of
25.
staff
The catch
for an
along
election
there,
Biden
good for
hasn't even
16
won,
in
which
the
is
first.
mysterious. But you know Ron Klain? Here's Ron Klain tweeting back to Fox.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
A while
They'll
ago.
screen here to Hunt.
Fox.com
He'll go
tweeted out
down right on the edge of the
68% of
red
Americans
zone,
think
following a
election
pickup
is
of about
rigged
7 or
since
8.
2014. Look at
The
Biden's new
Giants will
appointed
go
chief
ahead
of
and
staff
use
for
the
election
first of their
yesterday.
timeouts as the
Ron
stoppage will
Klain,
come with a little under a
Fox.com.
minute to go
That's
in
because
this
they
first
are.
half.
No, it's just you crazy Republican.
Ahead
Really?
of the
That's
change now,
Biden's new chief
2nd
of
and
staff.
2.
For the presidency, he hasn't even won.
Again, it's Cousins. To the right side, and
Again,
he's
I'm
got
sure the
more
media-
complete. Now the Giants will use
I
the
got support
second of
for
their
Ron
3
Klain coming up.
timeouts as they get the stoppage with a
Biden's
little
new
over
chief of
50
staff again
seconds
for-
to go
for an election
in the
isn't won
first
yet.
half. Line of scrimmage
Crazy?
to 15.
Just start
It's
arguing.
1st and 10.
You know what? I think I'm going to start.
Cousins again.
Joe, you need to have CC
That's
and Joe be
complete.
great at that.
A good play to the
Be
football
commerce.
keeps him to
Well,
only
it can
a
be
yard,
commerce.
and it's second
In
down.
addition to being the first lady,
They
she's
only
going
got
to
a yard out of that last
We're gonna put
completion,
Lucy
and that makes it
could be,
2nd and 9. To the air
Lucy,
again,
we can
it's
have her like
Cousins.
somewhere. We can put Lucy somewhere, give her a
Yeah, this
responsibility. I mean, we're just anointing ourselves president-elect now. He's already got a chief of staff who apparently thinks elections are rigged.
Now Play number 7.
This is Twitter.
It's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Cousins.
I got one sponsor, great company, but it's really important. And I want to get to some more stuff. Matt Gates, pipe burst story in Georgia. Remember that? Pipe burst, we had to shut down county. Really? That's crazy. Yes. Yeah. Pipe blew up the whole place. Water was everywhere.
With 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Folks, it's time to prepare, right? You insure everything in your life.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get
your health, insure your home, insure your car, insure your teeth, your dental insurance. I can insure your voice. I know you. Smart thing to do is get crazy out there. Sadly, it made it worse. You know it, I know. We're seeing our worst nightmares come true one after another. There's only one thing you can do right now. You can pray and you can protect yourself. Self-protection matters. That means self-reliance. Don't rely on the local grocery store, the local water system, or the electric grid. It's nice they're there. Should be okay, but shouldn't is good enough. I prepare. You know how I do it with my Patriots. I go to preparewithdan.com. And I'm there. I buy a lot of it. So much so that every time Paula sees it at the door, she comes in to say, "You bought more?" Yes, I bought more. I've got a lot. I've got about probably now a year. I love this stuff. I strongly recommend my Patriots. It's the only source I personally use and trust for emergency food preparedness. Right now, save $100 off. Go do this today, please. For just your peace of mind. Have an emergency food supply. $100 off a full 4-week supply of nutritious meals. It supplies 2,000 calories a day. Could save your life. The food, God forbid, would disappear from the grocery store. Saving $100 is impossible to pass up, especially. Go to preparewithdan.com and get ready now. That's preparewithdan.com. There's no time to lose. Do it now. Go to preparewithdan.com. Get your emergency food preparedness kit today. The food is good and it lasts for over 25 years. Preparewithdan.com. Save $100. All right.
New York ready to go again offensively.
So sadly, it's not just
but they're going to need to do a little bit better.
Sometimes we use a lot of humor in the show to kind of blunt the effect of everything we're going through right now, but I do mean it. I really hope that all of this turns out to be nothing. I do, because I don't want fraudulent elections. How does that benefit us? How does that benefit anyone?
We still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they
Here's Matt Gates, Congressman from Florida. I think it was last night.
He will be brought down.
He was on Sean Hannity's show. And he was talking about this bizarre nursing home paradox I've spoken about, in addition to the dead people. Just the dead person constituency is very powerful on the Democrat side. I don't know how they get the answers to them. Are they targeted Facebook out? I don't know how it is. Are they like hit the graveyard specifically? Are they hovering over the grave with a radio on terrestrial radio ads? Like, do you hear? Bobby, come on, it's time to... I don't know how they're doing that. But Gates is talking about this nursing home phenomenon that I've discussed over the past few days, that I discuss also with Mayor Giuliani later on the interview show. You don't miss.
Third down, Cousins.
How a whole boatload of 90-year-old plus people who haven't voted practically ever all of a sudden registered this election to vote across multiple nursing homes, in many cases across multiple states, and a lot of them requested ballots all at the same time. Weird. But again, another statistical anomaly nobody cares about except people like me, Matt Gaetz, Sean Hannity, who are listeners to this.
The chairman of the Federal Election Commission said there was fraud in this election, and when you take the mail-in ballots and bounce them against the registry of people who've changed their addresses, you see that there are tens of thousands of people, 17,000 alone in Georgia, who actually moved and then voted in the state that they moved from. And, you know, Reince mentioned these nursing home mystery votes coming in the state of Pennsylvania. More people over the age of 90 registered to vote in 2020 than in like the prior 4 years combined. I call it the Dorothy effect, this notion that there was this immediate interest and surge in voters over the age of 90 during a pandemic. We have yet to find one nursing home where these Democratic registrations were occurring in mass. That seems to suggest that those ballots may have been turned in by someone other than the person they were addressed to.
With those ballots stuffed in Dominion voting machines? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions. Are we allowed to do that anymore? I mean, I know the left hates free speech, hates Parler, Rumble, any civil liberties advocate like me. I know they hate us. I know you're tyrants. I know you jail us tomorrow. But are we allowed to ask questions anymore, or are you going to be knocking at my door next?
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something.
I'm not kidding. These people really hate you.
As they head to the field now,
they really hate you.
Close.
I wake up every morning and read a new article about people like me who ask questions from a left-wing media activist lunatic who will do everything to destroy my life. It's not a sob story. I was going to say I have a thick skin, but I don't. I have a thin skin. But I'm a relatively dumb dude.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Panthers have recovered.
Matt Gates' questions will be totally dismissed. Because they just don't care. You're not interested remotely how a large swath of 90-year-olds who've never voted before in their lives all of a sudden registered voted out of nursing homes where ballot harvesting is illegal.
I heard.
And these votes were turned into stuff into machines. It's a had a history of problems. You're not interested at all.
For the Panthers, 43 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you want big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like.
Remember that pipe burst story? Some of you missed it. Paul and I caught this on President Trump was up in Georgia by a whole boatload of votes, and all of a sudden in Fulton County, which is largely Democratic in certain areas, all of a sudden the vote count stopped. God forbid they would have had a cold Georgia or something for President Trump and given some political momentum on election day. And it's not because we heard a pipe burst or something. So this news.com.au, this article will be in the show notes too today, which I suggest you read it. Slow leaked text messages cast doubt on Georgia officials' quote burst pipe excuse for stopping their counting.
In need of a conversion on third
Woke
down.
up in the morning and all of a sudden realized the counting had
Not
begun.
much sense.
But we were told it stopped because of a burst pipe. Well, Joe, you know you have these crazy things like FOIA requests where you can actually FOIA, Freedom of Information Act request, and demand government officials produce their information. So one of them had to produce the text about this massive burst pipe that shut down the counting of the votes right as Donald Trump was way ahead in Georgia. Shut it all down. Really weird. Maybe they needed to get an idea about how far ahead Donald Trump was in Georgia. Why would you need that? If we don't want Donald Trump to win, we have to know how much he's winning by, right? Gotta stop that count.
And you wonder, Charles,
here's a text message about that burst pipe that shut the voting counting down. So one of the guys involved in it said, hey, this is a text, bro. It's right in the piece. I just heard a water pipe burst at SFA that will cause vote count. Has this affected the office? I think they were counting votes next door. Guy by the name of Jeffrey Stiles answers back, no, sir. It was highly exaggerated. It was a slow leak that caused about an hour and a half delay. Okay, thanks. Guy responds back. Jeffrey Stiles says again, we contained it quickly. It did not spread. We just wanted to protect you.
A punt from their own end zone. They need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Paul and I have a big burst. It was like the Titanic. It was order! There will be order! People were jumping for the lifeboats, thinking that's what we heard. Lifeboats, people would get the kids! Get the young ones! Women and children in the lifeboats first! Now we find out it was a little leak they controlled an hour that shut down the whole vote count. Again, we're just asking questions. We're just asking questions.
21 yards. Well done on the return.
Can we get that story about why the vote count on the most important election was shut down because of a water leak?
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
And a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you guys.
See, this election gets worse.
Hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have
Here's
that
another
kind of
article in the show
confidence.
notes today from John Solomon's great site, just
allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what
the rate of rejected mail-in ballots is almost 30 times lower in Pennsylvania this year than it was in 2016. In 2016, the state rejected about 1% of all mail-in ballots. This year, it's running at about 0.03%. Gosh, that's
able to get home. That means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
As I said, there are a number of anomalies in this year's election that are worth looking into because it matters. One of those things worth looking into is why in the hell did all these people vote for Joe Biden that didn't vote down ballot in numbers we've never seen before, statistics. again, why pretty much every election do we get 1 to 2% of mail-in ballots that are rejected? Every single time. Because people make mistakes. And yet this election, that number is 0.03%.
That's the type of average he wants to take.
All of a sudden, people became geniuses at filling out mail-in ballots. I had that dunce Frank Luntz tweet back to me, no, we did a PSA campaign. Oh, thanks, Frank. That always works so well. These Franks and Smokey the Bear.
The return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
That's once. They got to pollster, by the way. So that says everything. Got to do a back. Oh, PSA, Dan. PSA, a public service. That's, public service announcement. So they ran it in on TV, and mysteriously everybody learned to figure out a mail-in ballot, despite the fact that it's happened before, and they still get 1 to 2% of the vote. But Frank Luntz knows better. Frankie the Bear.
At the 15-yard line.
So now, again, you probably think, because some of you are liberal media lunatics again, looking to discredit my show, now that we've pushed it to the top of the chart. I'm sure I'll get a New York Times article that says, Dan, there's no evidence that the historical rate of mail-in ballot rejection is 1 to 2%. Yeah, there's no evidence, except in the New York Times. Which is always great.
Yeah.
I know, okay, you know what, please go to the New York Times. Sorry, Paul is right. I was going to read something, just you can read the article, and I want to get to the New York Times.
Ask Mommy what she thinks.
I screwed up, not her, she's the best. Let's go to the New York Times. There's no evidence. There's no, except Adam Liptak's
I went
article.
to her first.
It's not going to be long visit, okay?
What?
It's not going to be long visit, okay?
Okay.
New York Times.
But we're not just visiting, we're just playing with her a little bit. About this much minute.
I'm just saying it's not going to be a long visit,
From
okay?
the New York Times. This is
How
fascinating.
this
I'm
much?
sure they'll write
You
an article
better
today
stop
just
arguing with me
making
and
this
get
up, Joe.
Okay.
That 1 to 2% of ballots sent by mail are traditionally thrown out, and this year it's far less than that. Quote, New York Times. Yet votes cast by mail are less likely to be counted and more likely to be compromised and more likely to be contested than those cast in a voting booth. Statistics show, Joe, numbers, statistics, that's it. Election officials reject almost 2% of ballots cast by mail, double the rate for in-person voting. The more people you're forced to vote by mail, Mr. Sancho said, the more invalid ballots will generate. Not this year. Oh, no. But don't worry, he always surrounds himself with the best people. Here's his other guy. This guy surrounded himself with a village of idiots, fine. Which is, you know what? When you're the chief idiot of the crime village, you don't know they're idiots. Right? I mean, if you're in a village of people with 65 IQs and you're 66, you're a genius, right? So that's Joe Biden.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost
Here's another guy, a doctor, Osterholm, who was one of the head guys on his coronavirus task force. Here's Osterholm on Yahoo in a video interview making quite possibly the dumbest statement I've ever heard in the history of humankind, trying to justify economically the destruction of the United States through another lockdown. And they want a stricter lockdown. You're not even allowed to leave your house. Listen to this, and you may pick up on it right away. Remember, Joe, before you listen to this, it's more important that you save your money. I'll play it. It's so stupid, I can't even take it.
When you look at the personal savings rate in this country, it's now gone from about 8% to over 22%. We have a big pool of money out there that we could borrow. At the historic low interest rates by the federal government, we could pay for a package right now to cover all of the wages, lost wages for individual workers, for losses to small companies, to medium-sized companies, to our cities, states, county governments. We could do all of that. If we did that, then we could lock down for 4 to 6 weeks. And if we did that, we could drive the numbers down like they've done in Asia, like they did in New Zealand and Australia. And then we could really watch ourselves cruising into the vaccine availability in the first and second quarter of next year and bringing back the economy long before that.
Now, liberals listen to that, like, wait, that sounds so reasonable, Dan. Oh, yeah, if you're an idiot, it sounds perfectly intelligent. However, if you're a sane human being, you're looking at that going, wait, what? So his justification for recommending a lockdown that worked so well last time, we're having another resurgence of the disease. Why? Because the lockdown just pushes off the disease to later. The only path is to protect the vulnerable. Locking down the economy and bankrupting people is not going to do it because it hasn't worked before. But he wants to do it again and bankrupt you, Joe. And his justification is, well, don't worry, man. You'll save a lot of money because you can't leave your house. So don't worry, you missed that cancer screening. You could be dead from cancer you didn't detect because you couldn't leave your house to go to the doctor. But don't worry about it, bro. Your passbook account in the Ridgewood Savings Bank is really going to grow. All right. Yeah. Your restaurant's going out of business, but don't worry. All that money you would have saved, paying employees and stuff, you don't have to pay any anymore because nobody's paying you either. You know this thing called commerce where we exchange value and money for services? None of that happens. You keep your stuff, I'll keep mine. Yeah, but what if I need your stuff? Like, what if I need your medicine to live? Don't worry, save the money. Who needs medicine? Just keep the dough. What if I need, your food? Nourishment, calories? Save your money. Your passbook will be loaded up. Yeah, but Doc, my kids have to go to school and get an education. Education, smeducation. Save the money. Save it. Kids go to private school, bring them back. They'll save a whole bunch of money. This is Biden's guy. Osterholm, look him up. This is Biden's guy, this imbecile. If this guy is not an example of the Dunning-Kruger effect, I have no idea who is. Look it up. I'll tell you, I don't know. You gotta watch the Rudy shows. I don't want you wasting more time. Dunning-Kruger effect, where people severely overestimate their own intellectual abilities in almost any circumstance. This is that guy. I went to medical school. Surely I know everything about everything, including economics. Don't need medical school, bro. You're a total moron. Let's shut down commerce. Don't worry, we'll save a lot of money. And we'll stop the virus. Yeah, it worked so well last time. This is his guy. But remember, when you're the captain of a village of idiots, and you're the least idiot of the idiots, then you're the genius. And that's Joe Biden. H.O. Mencken, you want democracy, you got it. Good and hard. All right, I gotta get, this stuff was good. I had a whole other page I didn't even touch. It's really good stuff, though, about how the Democrats are totally missing what happened in this election. Completely. And how the Trump effect is not even close. All right, folks, thanks again for tuning in again. Please don't miss the Giuliani interview later in Jen Ellis. It's really, really worth your time. I can't say it enough. If you wouldn't mind, humble request, please subscribe to my show on Rumble. Again, it's our exploding video alternative to YouTube. It's free. Rumble.com, R-U-M-B-L-E, rumble.com/Bongino. Just put that in your search engine. It goes right to my page. Click subscribe. It's free. You'll get this show on video every day. And subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Well, try to keep us, if we can say #1 throughout the weekend, the charts are on your subscriptions. If you subscribe, it keeps it. I really appreciate it. Sorry, it's just cool. I have no other. I'd love to tell you some philanthropic thing I'll do, but it's just cool to be #1, and I really appreciate it. It's all because of you. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Watch that show tonight. I'll see you all on Monday.
Good day, sir.
Inside the 10 to the 9. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll run it here with Hunt. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back, and they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. They run again with Hunt, and he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Callaway, the return man. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts.
Hello?
So they can't just kneel this one out.
Hello? That's annoying.
What's going on in the early
We'll have to figure that out, how to turn that off.
Be the best of the bunch. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady going to look to throw. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 24-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Staying on the ground with Mack. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Giants 26.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.